Oh yeah, she was 17. And the dude she was dating was like 35?
Shut up. Hi, welcome back to my video. My name's Aaliyah. Today we're joined with
Watson.
Today we're going to be talking about a song from Demi Lovato's newest album called Holy Fuck. That's what it's called. Her album's called Holy Fuck.
What is the V for? Vendetta? For vengeance?
Yeah, I guess so. She definitely got her little look back.
Yeah.
That song. I haven't listened to any other song but the song we're going to be talking about today.
It's been flooding my social, so I can't avoid it, and I like it a lot.
Yes, the song's great. Maybe after this we'll listen to Demi's album and give another opinion.
I'll go back into Demi again. I miss it.
Me too.
Have a listening party?
I'm like missing... Oh, yeah, on stream, can we do Twitch, yeah?
I mean...
It's still copyright. I've been missing old Demi Lovato, like
I
La La Land.
Here we go again.
Oh my god. You have to die, like...
I just missed that, Demi.
All the Disney stars are going from like pop to rock.
Back to the roots.
Yeah, and then to pop rock.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I like it. I like when they venture out and they
This is
come
Miley
back.
Cyrus did it so perfectly. Today we're going to be talking about a specific song from her album. It's called 29. And if you haven't heard this song,
Where have you been?
in this song she talks about a relationship she had when she was younger, where it was between her and someone way older than her. 29 to be exact.
I'm not allowed to say the name.
Of course.
I never know it's Wilmer
Well-
Valderrama.
My coming to realize the whole situation was very traumatic because it was like, I heard the song, I was like, this is really good. Who is she talking about? I see the name. I'm like, oh, interesting. Now this is the guy, I see a couple pictures. And it didn't click who the guy was until way after. And then I kind of just got sent into like a retro traumatization of just like, he's been here like my whole childhood. The man has been here. And I was recently...
And the pattern has been going on forever.
Yes, that too. So it's like, I heard the song. I found out who it was. The patterns. And then just him today, just being perfectly fine, makes me sick.
Mm-hmm. Having a family, happy home, kids.
So when Demi was 17, she met Wilder, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah, my experiences look different.
Oh, what was yours?
I remember from like back then, she would say that she's really into older men, and everyone would like think it's cute and laugh and stuff like that. And then now, and then they love the relationship because like he helped her.
Mm-hmm. That's
with
her other relationship
and all that stuff and blah blah in the other relationship. But was he helping her with her addiction, or was he hindering her? Because it just seemed like every time they like kind of fell off each other, like, you know the same way, like when you get through a heartbreak, you kind of like fall into something else, and then he just did pick it back up again.
There's like, he's kind of just there hoping that she fails so she can come back. Because you know, that's how they like them when you're being groomed. That's what we're gonna call it. Child grooming. Yes.
Yes.
When you're being groomed, they really like you vulnerable, so they're able to just do whatever they want.
Yeah, the only realization for me when it came to like hearing the song was I didn't realize that at the time when like all that happened that they were 17. In my mind, they met like way later. Like way later. Like I knew there was the age difference, but I thought that they started dating when Demi was like 21, 22 or something.
Well, they technically started dating when she turned 18. That's what they said.
Well, Demi came out
and then
said,
they met when they're 17. So whatever happened between the whole, hey, she's legal, you know, I'm gonna date her now, she's legal.
I thought Demi came out and said that they were covering when they did that interview and said that he didn't want anything to do with her at 17.
I can totally see that being as the song, 17, 29.
Yeah.
The relationship between Wilmer and Demi started like when she was 17. They said that they met at some type of photo shoot. I think it was like
Something like
it was a celebrity thing, a celebrity event. They met, and then they later on became whatever that was.
dated for a long time.
This guy was in That 70s Show, which is my most recent like knowing of him. But the dude was freaking Handy Mandy. He plays Handy Mandy.
Right?
And that's why I was sitting there just like, I literally grew up with this freaking creep.
his voice, he's the one who voice.
He's Handy Mandy.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was Mario Lopez.
I thought it was,
Handy Mandy.
long time ago, I looked it up, I seen the guy's face, I like, you know, who's Handy Mandy? They tell you, right? But it never connected the dots until this moment. He was also in Encanto. He plays Maribel's dad.
I know that, but
I didn't know that either. He's in a bunch of stuff, and it just
can't take away his talent.
it just makes you upset because it's one of those things where
you don't want to associate with this person with how they are and the way they do things, but everything in your livelihood against your will.
Against my will.
He's been there.
And it's sickening because this happened to Demi Lovato. Everyone would have been sitting there watching it happening, and then he was brought right back. He was brought right back on to be in Encanto. But then again, am I shocked? No. Am I disappointed? Yes, because it's just the industry.
Honestly, but I don't think anyone was fully aware of it until just now when Demi pointed out, because that's when people started connecting dots.
But then
he's
like,
not like because other people, they call out celebrities on that all the time. Like certain people like Leonardo DiCaprio and like a lot of people, they call them out all the time. I think because he's not actually like
an A-list
or anything like that. The only reason why people know his name right now is because of Demi.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but
no one was paying attention.
It's just so upsetting of how deep the pattern was. All his very young girlfriends happen to be upcoming Disney stars. Is there... Lindsay Lohan he went with. Demi Lovato, Mila Kunis, Mandy Moore.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. We were talking about Attribution. That there was other people on set who didn't respect her age.
Oh, other than Ashton? Or are you talking about him?
He is one of them, and I believe the guy who plays Hyde was also another person who still pursued her even though she was younger.
Speaking of, since we're going on that 70s show, he was very popular from that show. And it's just funny because his character was like the foreign creep. Like the foreign creep. And he was sitting right next to the other dude, Hyde, who, you know, was convicted forced person.
Do you remember that they made that fully white man half black?
I love that scene because she's just like, Eric's mom opens the door and she's like, oh no, we don't want any Jet magazines. He's just like, okay ma'am, please. And then of course he just hates the law and runs a record store. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like that whole cast is riddled with little problem men.
Shout out to Ashton.
That's like Ashton's the only one, and it's very ironic that he got into the industry that he's in now, like with the whole like anti-sex trafficking, seeing as his co-stars are literally just criminals and trash. Eric's flaw is that he was in Black Klansman, but for his credit, it was great, and he did great.
No, I couldn't remember what movie it was. Someone else said about Spider-Man, so I honestly.
Oh, you mean him as
That's what someone said they were mad about. Not that.
Oh, I mean, he was literally the Grand Wizard in Black.
I didn't know that.
Yes. You should see his line when I'm talking about. I'm watching the trailer, and then it's freaking Eric Foreman talking about he's the leader of the. I'm like, oh, that's very fitting for him. So Eric goes to Africa at the end of the season, and then comes back as supremacist.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone was really mad at him. I was joking that the other cast were pretty vanilla, but Grand Wizard.
So that's like the only thing I could find for him, and then Ashton's. I don't have anything for him.
Someone said they were mad about Spider-Man. That's the only thing I could find for him.
Eddie Brock?
Yeah.
They need to get over that.
They said he wasn't good in it, so they were mad.
So, since we're talking about the song, if you haven't heard it, we're gonna go over a couple of lyrics that are in the song that very just like, just very spicy for Miss Lovato herself. She says, petals on a vine, too young to drink wine, just 5 years of leader, student, and a teacher. Far from innocent, what the fuck's consent? Numbers told you not to, but that didn't stop you. Sir.
In other words, stop blaming little girls because they go after older men who should know better.
Same thing with like R. Kelly. He can put a song called Age is Nothing But a Number, and we were just like jamming to it, like, R. Kelly? Oh yeah. Who would have thought? Who's seen the signs? These are the signs. Just sitting right there, like, man, he's 30 years old, hanging out with teenagers. Something's wrong with that.
And the people they go after, they're so calculated with it.
Mhm.
He goes after them on like their rise, and then when they fall, he kind of just like slips over. Like, no offense, I feel like he's the reason a lot of the people that were named, or some of the people, not a lot, happen
Lindsay
to have
Lohan?
some rocky falls down the steps, you know?
Mm.
And I just feel like there's no way he doesn't have a part in it.
This will be the perfect time for her to say something if she wanted to. Like, Lindsay?
She's too
I
far
think
gone.
she's on, yeah, she's
She's too far gone. Miss trying to kidnap a kid from a family, too
Oh.
far gone.
I remember that video. I remember that video. Oh my gosh. Famous chorus goes, finally 29, funny just like you were at the time. Thought it was a teenage dream, just a fantasy. But was it yours or was it mine? 17, 29. Just disgusting, because right now I'm 22. I think we're all 22.
Yeah.
I can't even see myself talking to a 17-year-old as a 22-year-old. This is gross. What are we talking about?
I don't want to date someone that's 21.
No.
No.
If you can't drink, we're not dating. Like,
I don't like. I think about it right now because I'm 22. I'm gonna be 23 in November, and if someone 21 talks to me, I'm like, ugh, give me
get
it.
back, child. Had me with in your grip. Went beautifully with all my daddy issues, and this shit continues. I see you're quite the collector. Yeah, you're 12 years her elder. Maybe now it doesn't matter, but I know better. Now I know better, because I'm finally 29. The song's just very emotional because I can just imagine it turning her birthday and being 29 years old and just everything flooding back in. I don't know, I would have a whole panic
I
attack.
feel like the realization. I was looking at. There's a lot of people who are relating to the situation, and there was someone who said that their person was like 32 or something, and they just turned like our age, 22 or 23, and they said, I don't have to reach that age because I'm looking at like these like 17-year-olds right now, and the difference in me being only 22 is so dramatic that I can't, like, it's sometimes a breakdown. Like, I can't imagine even talking to someone right now, and let alone being 29, 20, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. If you're young watching this, because when we went to high school, there was a couple girls that were dating way older men, pretty much the same range, probably, they're probably like mid-20s.
Same range. There's a lot of girls in our high school that were like that, and I know some of them that look back and they're like, oh my god, like, I should have listened to like my friends or whatever, and they really regret it. So like, I'm not saying don't be like them, but like, learn from other people's mistakes, and like, don't do it to yourself just because you think like, oh, I like him, oh, he's cool, like, I know what I want. Like, you don't. Like, not to break to you, sweetie, you don't. Like, you're not open enough yet, you're not developed enough yet, like, mentally, like, you might think you're there, but you're not. And I didn't know there's just one that I think is lost forever, and that makes me sad. I don't like her,
But
but
hey,
it makes me sad.
we try. If they're talking to you and you're younger, just know that there's a reason for everything. There's a reason why they chose you. There's a reason why they're not dating someone their age. It's because someone their age, someone who's 29 years old, will already be established in life, probably about to have kids, about to be insane. Like, there's a reason.
BS.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're picking you.
If this person who's like 29 or more, who that's supposed to have like bills, mortgage, maybe even like just stuff to pay, like responsibilities as an adult, like a car payment, all that stuff, is looking at the 17-year-old who is not even on her own yet, like not even on, or their own, because a lot of times it's males too. Not even on your own, you can't even provide for them, like you can't do any things that like an adult would want from a partner. And he's talking to you about like, oh, that new Rick and Morty episode, get away, run, run.
Did you have any of these, like, have you seen people like this too in your high school?
I think I only had one girl that was like, I think she was like 17 at the time. Oh yeah, she was 17. And the dude she was dating was like 35?
Shut up.
The weird part about it is I think her mom knew about it. And her mom worked at the school. She was a teacher there.
Not sell my daughter.
That's what it sounds like.
I
It
don't
literally
know.
sounds like.
And I don't know, but I think she was there for 11th grade and then disappeared. I think she said she was about to do something. I don't remember what she said she was going to do.
That's what
Sounds like
dropped
a
out.
baby.
Sounds like she had baby dropped out. Our freshman year, there was a senior at the time who everyone thought was really cool. Like, he was really good looking, so I'm not going to talk about that. Like, everyone thought, but like, we were like, okay, he's so good looking. Like, of course he's not dating anyone in school. And he was dating this girl that had her own apartment, and she was in college, and like, it wasn't like she was like a year older. She was a couple years older than him. And looking like back, we were like, oh, that's not so bad. Like, she probably just left high school like 3 years ago. No, when I was gone, I was like for 3 years. I'm looking back, I'm like, ugh.
Never.
At, like, children.
Yeah, never.
So it's like, when I look back and we're like thinking like, oh yeah, she's picking him up from school and like they're going to their apartment and blah blah blah. Like, this is a child. Like, why is she dating a child and not someone her age? Freshman, I was like, oh my god, he's so cool. Of course he's dating that girl that's way older. And I'm like stalking their Instagrams. But then I got to like junior year and I was like, and I thought about it again. And I was like, oh my god, if someone approached me with their own apartment, I would literally try to kill myself.
It's like, but then, you know, the reason for people like, oh, I have my own apartment is kind of like
trap.
It's a trap.
It's so scary.
It's a trap because usually the case is like these kids can't go home. They can't talk to anyone. And here's this very nice man or woman that just wants to take care of me and listen to me, and they think I'm cool and independent, and they're giving me alcohol and all these things that adults do. It's a trap.
Too many people like really bad family homes are just like going through a lot of stuff, i.e. all the people on the list.
Yeah, literally everyone that you can look at a list of his exes and they'll all have similar things going on.
And they're thinking like, Mila Kunis is nice. Mila Kunis lied to a casting director about her age to get on the show. Not saying she's a horrible person, she's great, but I don't think her parents should have let her do the show when it wasn't for her age range, because there was a lot of very grown-up material.
Yeah, they're talking about smoking weed and having, and she was 14 or something.
Yeah, and that's the type of person who like, he's gonna prey on. A lot of people feel Demi, because when Demi was going around doing interviews saying that she's into older men and that she wanted to date older men, and she was like, at the time like that they were like into that stuff, people should be like, oh, you know, like, that's nice. Like, a lot of people like older men, like, they're really interesting, but I think it's better if you like stay in your interest. Someone should have like said something. Someone should have been like, even though Demi doesn't take
but when will they
the
ever
people helping it anyways.
But it's just like, it's the industry where things happen because things are happening because things are happening.
You know, Woody Allen marrying his daughter or whatever, you know.
Let's give him Oscars. Like,
things just be happening.
I wish child acting and were a little bit more regulated. Like, you have to talk to a third party for like, but then they talk and their whole career's gone. They talk and the food on their table's gone. Just like Jeanette, like her mom forced her to be
to put food on the table,
to put food on the table.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it's just that there's always someone else who's willing to do what you're not, and that's why it's hard to like regulate and stuff. Because there's obviously people like Ariana Grande, to compare to Jeanette. Ariana Grande, the reason that treatment didn't happen to her is because her parents were really involved. Like, even her Nona, they were all super involved in what was going on. They were always
even
now. They're always a part of it. Her brother's always around. They're really family oriented and always in that. So that's what.
So
same thing with Zendaya. Like, both her parents were always like super extremely involved, even as divorced parents. Even if they divorced, they came together to make sure she was like not getting.
And you know who parents can't do this? Addison Rae. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Addison Rae has like the worst celebrity parents. Like, what do you mean my dad's gonna hook up with Tana Mojo? I would scream.
I feel so badly for her. Sometimes I want to cry when I hear about what happens to her, because I feel so bad.
Young Gravy sliding in my mom's.
They look the same, but don't do Jack Harlow. Young Gravy just. You're nasty. Not because of that, but
bringing a family.
Because he's so fake. For him to go on TikTok and be like, oh, like, I'm an adult, so I'm not gonna do this and this with Monty or whatever, and like he even said, oh my god.
Because the
her mom
was
was so embarrassing too. Because for Young Gravy to go online and say, I'm an adult, you know, like, I'm not gonna do this for like my daughter who gave you the platform or whatever, I'm not gonna do that to her. You and your wife need to grow up, blah blah, like you both need to grow up. Like, he was talking to both the parents, he addressed both of them and told them they need to do better. and then turned around. If someone said to me, "Oh, you need to do better. Like you're doing wrong. You're like you worry about your daughter." I'm not gonna walk the red carpet with them and kiss them and stuff. She's so. Oh my gosh.
That'd be the swiftest cutoff. There's no way you're embarrassing me.
I'm putting out a statement that I do like whatever my parents are doing or them.
My parents will have lines.
I don't like. I don't have a line with them. They're actually cut off from me, and whatever they're doing with their life is them.
They will have voice lines. Yeah, that's Demi Lovato. Check out her newest album called and also listen to the song 29. It's really good. Probably my favorite song and only song that I heard from the album. But Wilmer, I hope your career burns. Hope you get a divorce. Hope your kids hate you. Yes, he's married to that's 12 years younger.
No, I know that's 12 years younger. I didn't know he was married. I thought they just had a child.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Every time I look at his face, it makes me sick. I'm disgusted.
At least this one was adult.
But we know, like she said, we know. Even though you're 12 years younger now, we know. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you see here, you want to see our beautiful faces, like and subscribe down below. Follow us on our Twitch at Daisy Duro. Follow us on our social medias on Instagram and TikTok at hialiyah_. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!